Hey, I'm Scotty T from Your Comedy Minute. I have a comedian who has performed all over the world, all over the world. This guy is absolutely amazing. I'm so thankful to have him here. Mac, thank you for being on the show.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I first off I want to say like I just that was a really great introduction. I just can't wait for you to actually know who I am so you can make it even better one next time.
Yeah.
Like that was
Well,
really
no,
good for not knowing me. You know what I mean? Like that's actually
Mac,
kind of cool.
people, all right, and I'm glad you said that. We've never met.
Yeah, no.
We have a mutual friend that set this up, and
Yeah.
we'll get into her down the road. But all I can do is go by what the crack staff puts together.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's just go with this. Let's start here.
All right, let's go
Right
for it.
now, you're in California,
Yeah. And
but you're
and
not. You're not originally from California.
no, I'm originally from Orlando, Florida.
Right, right, right. I've got an order here because we're gonna get to Dubai and China and Japan and all that. But I want to start with when did you start doing comedy?
I started in Japan.
Did you?
Yeah, I started in Japan. I started
Okay.
doing comedy in Japan.
Started doing
Um,
comedy in Japan.
yeah, my brother, he's a professional comic.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
so he's Vince Taylor. Shout out to Vince Taylor. Um,
What's his name?
Vince Taylor.
Vince Taylor. Okay.
Yeah, the real Vince Taylor. If you're looking out, check him out.
I will. I
He's been
will hashtag and
yeah,
maybe
we
you can
we
try and help me get him on the show if he will. I'd love to have him
yeah,
on.
oh, definitely, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Um, we
Anyway, he started in Japan.
so he came so I was living in Japan after I got out of the Marine Corps. So
Okay.
I was in the Marine Corps for 9 years, 7 months, 4 days,
Thank you
eight
for your
hours.
service.
It's I
No,
didn't do that much,
I
but
mean
thank
it.
you. So yeah, he came over. He came over to visit me in Japan and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna do some sets. I'm gonna do like a tour. You're gonna come on tour with me." And I went
Huh.
down with him. And this is when he was still kind of unknown and just making himself getting more and more,
Right.
around the world. And he stayed with me and hung out. We had a really great time. Went down to Fukuoka. Met a couple of guys I never knew about. Then he did his first show, and he's like, "Look, go up on stage and just be funny, just be you."
Right.
And I went up on stage, and I got that first initial laugh, and it was just that was it. It's very rare that you find something that you actually love in life,
Yeah.
and I that was that comedy thing. So when I got my first laugh, I knew what I wanted to do with the rest of my life.
Okay.
We went from there to Osaka, then from Osaka to Tokyo. And he brought me along because he doesn't speak Japanese and I'm the only person that does.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, and that goes. The next question was going to be the catalyst, which I guess was your brother. In other
yeah,
words,
yeah.
the catalyst to start doing comedy was your brother.
I don't want to put it all on him, but
Okay. Well, that was that was my next question.
yeah, but yeah, it really was like I give a lot of credit to him because he kind of sometimes you just it's not the message but the messenger, right?
Yeah.
So, and at that point in time in my life, it was more like get out of your own fucking way and do the things that you want to get done.
Right.
So,
Well, that's kind of what I was going. Where I hear a lot. My girlfriend broke up with me. My dad died. My husband died, and that's when they start doing comedy.
yeah, well, some people are like that. I agree.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's your case, but that's a catalyst that I'm going to do comedy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's a weak way of doing it. So, I think you need to have
That's
somebody
a
push you to
weak way of doing it.
like, who's gonna like, oh, my mom died. Let me go do comedy. Like, what the
Well,
fuck
no,
I
I
gotta
mean,
do?
there's a trigger. There's something that you know.
I gotta live my life now. My mom's gone. No, you fuck nut. Like, just go do it.
Oh my
Like,
god. Oh my god.
yeah,
This thing's gonna
you,
come off the rails. This thing's
yeah.
gonna come off. As you mentioned, you Japan and but China, and you just got back. I think you were in Dubai.
Yeah, I visit Dubai a lot. Like ever since I left my fiance, she lives in Dubai,
Okay.
and so I go back and forth to go
Right.
pee on her. So
Well,
just
I'm gonna get to the Mac viral thoughts because there's a one that they're from Dubai. People need to focus up.
yeah,
I did a lot of research, buddy. Hey,
Yeah.
you just opened for Joe Wang. Joe
Juice.
Wong. Joe
Did
Wong.
you
I
call
messed it up. Joe Wong. You opened for Joe Wong. Don't worry, I'll cut it out. I can cut it out.
keep it in? He'll love it.
No,
But
no, I pissed off Joe Wong.
no, he wouldn't. No, he's a really cool guy.
Yeah, that
I
was my
met,
question because I
yeah,
know,
go ahead.
no, just that he's very well regarded, and Katie made it a point to mention, when she said about getting together with you, she said he just opened for Joe Wong.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I met Joe when I went to Beijing. I first moved to Beijing. I'm at that time I'm already doing comedy,
Right.
and China was one of those places that I heard there's good comedy over there. It you're never go to people say, why'd you go to China? I went for a lot of different reasons, and one of them was comedy. One of them was getting prepared to come back to America.
Okay.
And just I wanted to see the rest of the world. Like people always talk shit about China, like, oh, they were the number, like, all right, so I went to university in Japan. I went to Temple University. So
Yeah.
Temple they have a campus in Japan,
Yeah.
right? So that campus, I studied international affairs, political science. And after I finished university, like it was a lean towards China. So I'm starting learning about China. So you learn that they were 15th in the world in the GDP, and they went
Right.
from 15th to number two in a span of 10 years, which is
Yeah.
insane. So I wanted to find out how they did it. So I went over to China and I found out, that they just cheated. That's just how it was. So now I got there and I'm learning all these different things about the country. And
Right.
then a comedy, and I met Joe Wong, and he's just been like, people walking around like, oh, it's Joe Wong, it's Joe Wong. I'm like, just a regular motherfucker. He's doing comedy, he's funny. But then
Right.
I looked him up, and he's like, oh, okay. But to me, he's just Joe,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So, yeah, he was just really cool. I opened up for him a lot. I did a lot
Oh,
of,
you've done it a number of times.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is not the first
Okay.
time
Okay.
like we've hung out. Like he'll come in every now and then and just close the spot down. Like, all right,
Well,
well,
I guess what I'm missing. This was in California.
this is in Beijing, China.
No, but didn't I thought you opened for him in San Jose?
Well, that was recently. So
Yeah,
when he
that's what.
came, yeah, so when he came over to America, it was
Right.
more
Right.
like, oh, you coming to San Jose? Okay, well,
Right.
can I open up for you? And he's like, sure, you could do 5 to 7 minutes off top. I'm like, all right, cool, thank you, I appreciate it. Because
Cool.
right
Cool.
now I'm just trying to get as much time as
Right.
possible. So
Right.
yeah, he's just it's not what you know, it's who you know, and the people that are around
Yeah.
in the industry.
Well, and now you know me.
That's what's up. Where are you based out of?
uh, 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 that's a personal question. I don't take any questions.
Okay.
No, man. When you said Temple, we messaged each other a little bit earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
in
yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Okay,
And
you in Philly.
Temple has a university in Philadelphia,
Yep. Yeah,
and
the
Temple,
world famous. Yeah.
Bill Cosby,
Yes.
and Philadelphia. I lived there for many years. I'm an
Hmm.
Eagles fan, and
I'm
Bill
sorry to hear
Cosby.
that.
That secret was out long before everybody knew about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't know if it that you heard that.
it wasn't in the black community. It wasn't in the black community from my side. But as you become a comedian, you learn some of the best comedians. The reason why they are so good because that's who they are. They found their voice, and their voice is who they are. We just happen to find somebody like Bill Burr. If you talk to Bill Burr, he really is kind of angry a lot of times.
Yeah, right,
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he is like because of his comedy.
right,
You look at Richard Pryor, like he was one of the first people to come out and talk about his life truly what it was.
right.
And it was so funny, but these are real situations for him.
Yeah,
And Bill Cosby wasn't the first, Bill Cosby was the same. He felt that way about people,
yeah,
right? He told people to act right, do what I'm doing, not to be like me. And for some reason he thought he was Immanuel Kant with, his explanations of morality.
yeah,
And his morality was twisted like most people in the
yeah.
world that, that get some kind of power, you know,
Well,
corrupts.
this is a comedy show, and we're going to get into Diddy because that's one
Uh-oh.
of your viral thoughts. I
Yeah.
it's because again, you don't know me, I don't know you. I had dinner with Will Smith and I didn't get smacked.
Well, yeah, you didn't talk about his
I had
fucking
dinner with
wife.
R. Kelly and he didn't piss on me.
Well,
And I met
that's
Diddy.
you're not young enough.
Met Diddy and I don't think I was his type.
Yeah, that's a
That's
big
all
white.
true. That's all true.
That's what's up. So
Yeah.
and you got to that while you're being through like the music area, right? Like
Yeah, I
music.
was in the music business my whole life. Just because we're getting to know one another. I got fired from my job for telling jokes 4.5 years ago. And that's
Jeez,
how your comedy minute started. And here we are today.
that's what's up.
Comedians that inspired you, Mac.
Comedians that inspired me,
Yep.
myself. Um,
You were such a prick. You were such a prick.
I mean, yeah, I inspired myself.
No, in other
The
words,
first, the like, okay, so I don't, the comedians that inspire me are the ones that are around me. Like
yeah, I was going to get to that.
Katie, yeah, Katie inspires me.
New comedians as well.
Uh, Carl Rappa. If you
Carl
don't know who he
Rappa,
is,
sure.
Carl Rappa is freaking hilarious.
Okay,
Um, uh, Ian Vanderhurst out there in
okay.
China, he inspired me. Obviously, like if we're looking at famous comedians, I
No,
would
it's
say,
again. There's a huge age difference between us. I'm 62
yeah,
years old. I met Rodney Dangerfield. I met Lewis Black. Talked to George Carlin. And for me, those are all. I grew up on that, but also grew
Lewis,
up on Red
yeah,
Fox. I love
yeah.
Harlem Nights. I know every line from that movie. I do mean did that buddy of mine quit smoking the other day, got run over by a tobacco truck. I love Red Fox. I grew up with Mom's Mabley records.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So for
So,
me, those are the influences for what I do.
Rudy Ray Moore would be
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of those.
yeah.
Like, I grew up with him.
Yeah.
I know I look young, but I'm 46, man.
Okay.
So,
Well, the
yeah,
Rudy Ray Moore stuff was dirty.
dude, way down the jungle deep. The sassafras monkey had stepped on a goddamn lion's feet. Lion looked around and said, "Don't you know me? Well, why'd you step on my?" It was that whole thing was like for me
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the first time I heard that kind of comedy. And I
Right.
thought it was really, really cool. And I saw the Human Tornado the first time. I've
Yeah.
seen Dolomite,
I was going to
just
mention that. Hey,
yeah, that when I
now,
saw the
now,
one with Eddie Murphy, that
yeah,
took the cake because Eddie Murphy was he
yeah.
brought that back.
Okay. Now, getting to you, because I saw this. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but nothing brings family together like a medical emergency.
Huh, yeah.
You
So
want to, if you want to talk, listen,
that
Mac,
story
this
came
is
that story
your
came
comedy
about.
minute. You
All right.
can do whatever you want. I told you that.
All right, so no, you good, man. We good. That story came from it's a true story.
Yeah, I figured, Mac.
I got a hemorrhoid, and like as you're getting older, you realize like your body doesn't work the same way.
Yeah,
So I got
yeah,
a hemorrhoid, and I was over in Dubai. I flew over to Dubai, and I'm gonna go see my girl for vacation for summer. And I got there, and like it was the start of a fucking hemorrhoid. And she's just like, "What's wrong with you? Why do you keep going to the bathroom all this damn much, so much?" And I'm like, "Baby, I got a hemorrhoid." And she's like, "What's that?" And I just bent over and I showed her. And she's like,
Oh my
"Ugh," like,
God.
right?
Oh
So,
my God. I'm sorry, Mac.
and she now, so I'm her baby chick, right? So she's like, "Baby chick, okay, baby chick, lay down. I clean for you." Right? So she comes out, she cleans it up for me, and then like I say, she's like, "What do you need to do?" I gotta get medicine. So I go down to the pharmacy, and the pharmacist gives me like this huge tube, and it has like an applicator. The
Yeah.
applicator, the one goes in your ass. Well,
Preparation H.
yeah, but it's like a different
Preparation
one.
H.
Preparation H, right?
Mac, I've had a hemorrhoid.
Hmm.
My temper gets flaring like a pack of hemorrhoids.
Fucking pack of him. I don't even want to think about more than one.
For
Like, I'm good.
those of you that have never had a hemorrhoid, mwah.
It's yeah. If you never had a hemorrhoid, it's like the gay version of tearing your ACL. Yeah, I mean, like, so it's nuts. Like,
How
So
about
anyway,
how
so
about how about this as a description? The flaps are down.
yeah, or they could be midway, like because
Yeah, the flaps are down. I'm sorry about that. I
it's not full.
really
It's
am.
not fully. It's not fully down. Yeah. So I end up bursting a hemorrhoid, and I got the medicine. And
Oh, phew.
my girl's back there. She's she has a preparation agent and applicator. She's back there in the back of my
Wow.
ass, and she's just like, "Don't worry, I take care of you, baby chick.
Squirting.
Baby chick, I take care of you, baby chick." And then why are you going in my ass so far? Like she's in my ass. Like I've never had somebody in my ass like the way she was in
I
my ass.
I
I felt like I
I
was
was
in a
gonna
Diddy party.
say, man, Mac,
My asshole has been through a lot of shit, like in the last
Mac,
couple of stuff.
Mac,
Dude,
Mac.
I came back, like not even that. Like I came back and I had to get a colonoscopy because I'm 46. So not only the hemorrhoids, I'm still getting over that. Now they going inside my ass and checking out stuff.
You're
I feel like
traumatized. You're
I'm
traumatized by the
traumatized.
whole thing.
I'm about to fucking sue somebody. Everybody been up in my ass. That shit wasn't fun.
All I said was nothing brings family together like a medical emergency.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
got I got your girlfriend back there with the tube. I got the whole shooting match.
She was going in further like this was
Do
Ukraine or some shit. So,
you have a
um,
favorite show that you've done so far? And then a least favorite show?
favorite show?
No, and you
I,
know why? You know, well, you don't know. I'm an idiot.
yeah, no.
I'm
I'm
an idiot
not.
because the favorite show, I'm happy. Good for you. Good for you. Least
Yeah.
favorite show, it's a shit show, and I want to hear all about it.
Okay. So the least favorite show.
No, do favorite
Um.
first. Do favorite. Make yourself look
Okay.
good.
All right. Well, I don't really give a shit if you're looking good or not, either you like me or not. But
I like you.
not you, motherfucker. I know we
Stop
good.
being a prick. Go.
Okay, my bad.
What's his sign
So
say? T's place. Scotty T. Let's go.
so my favorite place is the Villages.
Where?
The Villages. It's in Florida.
Oh, the village is in Florida. Okay.
You know about the Villages?
No, I don't.
You should. You don't know the fucking about the Villages? It's what
No.
it's the highest STD rated city in America.
Good Lord.
It
Good.
has all the people, all the residents are basically 60 plus.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of old people fucking.
Wow.
And
And
they
you like
walk.
playing there.
I like going there to go do shows there because it's well, one, they're like they have Alzheimer's, so you can go wet the same fucking joke the next day and they won't remember it. They're like, oh, it's another nigga. You know what I mean? Like
How do you
just
remember all those jokes? I only told one.
yeah, exactly.
There's a
So
joke like that.
and then the guy pays you in weed. Like he'll just like, all right, so here, he pays me in weed. So I'm like, he's like, hey, here's fifty
Yeah,
dollars. Here's $50 and some weed. I'm like, okay, we're even.
we're
You know,
good. We're good.
I
Depends
take
if
the
it's good
drive.
weed.
Yeah,
Depends if
I
it's
mean,
good
it's
weed.
well, the guys really, the people out there are really nice,
Yeah.
and they're. I'm a Floridian, so I love my Florida people,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I forgot about that. I'm bounced around from. You've been all over, and I forgot that you're originally from there.
Yeah, I'm originally
Nothing
from
like
Florida.
home.
Nothing like home, man.
Yeah,
I can't stay there though. I can't live there.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
just
No, I got it. I got it.
never living there.
Born and raised in York, Pennsylvania, but I couldn't wait to get the hell out of here.
Hmm.
You
That's how
know,
I feel about America sometimes. I can't wait to get
I've been like 30 or 40 of the 50 states, and I've been out of the country, and
out.
now I'm 62 and I'm home. I'm back home.
Why aren't you? Where have you been outside the country?
I've been in a few places. Again, I don't take questions, sir.
Oh,
What's the
God,
sign say? T's place. I haven't even
oh,
who the
these
fuck I
places. All right,
want.
let's go for it. Go for it, man. I get it. I get the flow. I'm learning.
No, I'm teasing you. What do you want to know? I've been to the Bahamas. I've been to Canada. I've been a few places.
So you haven't really been outside of
No, no, no. I've never
this
been.
this hemisphere.
No, no, and I really have. Like you mentioned China. I, I'll say this. I just did one yesterday with a young lady who's all about TikTok, and she's going to be devastated if it goes down. And I said, "Do you know they don't have TikTok in China?" She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it.
You know, they don't have Google in China. I don't know why people don't understand that.
Yeah, well,
And
We don't. We want to
they
keep
do
it
have
funny, but
TikTok. They do have TikTok, but
well,
it's
it's a
not the
different version. Katie was telling me about that.
yeah, yeah, it's Jing Dong, and they don't do the stupid shit like we do.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm. That's my point.
yeah, they're trying to spend more of their time trying to like take over the world.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
exactly, and that's why. Because I told her, and this isn't about me. This is about you. I want you, but
yeah,
she's going about TikTok, and I said they offered me to come and do videos for them, and I said no, I won't do it. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't do TikTok. Just won't. I'm an old curmudgeon. Spy balloon bullshit. Facial
you believe
recognition. You cross the street.
we have facial
You're not supposed to
recognition.
cross the street. No, you can't get in the bus. You walk.
We had facial recognition in a lot of buildings over back in China. At my
Yeah,
apartment complex, we had a facial recognition so I can get inside my apartment. But it really sucked because at nighttime I
yeah,
couldn't get into my apartment
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because it's dark outside. I'm
yeah,
black, so
yeah. I got you.
and then at the same time, the this Chinese girl I was talking to, a friend of mine, she could just walk into my apartment and never register her face. So she could just walk in. So I'm like, how the fuck you get in? She just got in.
Well, I brought it up earlier, and I want to get to it. Mac Viral Thoughts on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
They are hilarious. I really want people to go check them out because you've got, and I only had time to watch a handful. Diddy, Terrence Howard, even had Trump. You're going to win $50 if he goes to jail.
Yeah. I'm
No,
still
but
waiting
they're
for that
great.
money.
They're great. Honestly, Mac, I love them.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I really do. Do you plan on? I guess the reason I brought it up is because you have your stand-up comedians and then you have your TikTok, Instagram folks. Do you plan on doing more of those?
I'm lazy and it takes a lot of energy to get up and do that shit. And you have to continuously do it. It's not something you have to do. If you're going to set out to do this, it's consistency. That's the key. It's 3 or 4 videos a week. And that can be very taxing, especially if you have a regular job and you have other
Okay.
things to do.
All right.
So, and I'm getting old. I ain't got the time for that shit sometimes. To
Okay.
me, my whole passion is really comedy itself.
But in other words, so it's more you want to just do stand-up comedy.
No, it's more like once I get a fire under my ass and I want to actually talk about something, then I'll get back on and do it. But for right now, I'm just kind of hanging out, just relaxing and enjoying my
Okay.
life.
Would you like to write maybe one day, write comedy as well, write a show?
I write all the time.
Right, that's what I mean.
I write comedy all the time. Like I write shows all the time.
Okay.
Like
No,
even
I
now.
mean, like for instance, I had Lester Bibbs on.
Uh-huh.
And Lester Bibbs, I don't know if you know Lester. Lester's putting the show together, trying to get George Wallace to play his father.
Hmm.
And a lot of, prominent comedians I've had on are talking about, writing and have shows. A woman premiering tonight has
Hmm.
actually had a few shows picked up,
Hmm.
you
So
know?
she's written scripts.
Yeah, right. She's a comedy writer.
Okay.
I mean, when you said like your brother's a professional comedian, they're professional comedy writers. That's kind of what I
Yes.
was getting at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like hold on a second. Ugh.
The fuck you going?
I ain't going no damn well. I didn't mean to leave the show. I apologize.
That's okay.
No, it's so I write all the time. Like
Yeah.
I have this is one of the books and I go in
Okay.
and I write a story.
Okay.
So
If you want to
I do
read
it.
one, we got time. It's up to you.
Um,
I mean, it's a listen, brother. Whatever pleases you tickles me plumb to death. I want you to be happy. It's your
all
show.
right.
Go ahead.
Starting over again. So I made a decision to break up with my girl. I thought I'm gonna get my glasses. I thought it would be a hard choice, but I thought it would be a hard choice, but it wasn't. Today is one of those days when you break up. I can't read it because I need to
That's all
have
right.
I need to have my reading glasses on. I'm
That's all
getting
right.
old as shit.
But so it's kind of like a journal as well.
Yeah, it's a journal of like stories that I can put in when I put it into
Right.
something like a scene, but it
Yeah.
all mixes together.
Cool. Cool. Um, we should spend a minute about Katie Hembry.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know how
guess I
much.
guess that's her name now.
Well, no. I want to thank Katie for being on the show twice and introducing me to you. Katie is a handful, or as she says, two handfuls. Uh, I don't know what. I don't know if can we divulge what we talked about earlier.
Sure, why not? I mean, Katie don't give a damn. I know I don't.
Okay, no,
And I,
well, go ahead. You tell them because
all
I don't
right,
want. It's so unbelievable.
which part though?
Well, let's put it this way. I don't even know how Katie came into my life. But then when I started doing the research, like I did with you, where I want to try and find out as much as I can,
Hmm.
and I found out that she was kissing guys in Japan or something, and she went viral. I mean, I've seen some hate videos where the girls in Japan hated her.
Yeah, yeah, a
I
lot
mean,
of
is that
people.
is that like the gist of it?
Yeah, okay, so there's a club called A Life in Japan,
Right,
and it's a nightclub in Tokyo. It's really big and a lot of very kind of popular. And when you walk in, it's kind of like a maze getting in. So when you get in, it's if you don't know if it's the first time there, it's difficult coming out because you don't know where the wall begins or where it ends.
right.
So I went in there to go visit some friends and because he was DJing that night and I was getting ready to leave and I saw this little white little woman walking past me and she's just like, "Hey, how do you get out of this place?" I'm like, "Follow me, bitch. Let's go." So like we walked outside. She's like, "I'm from Orlando." I was like, "Oh, me too." So we just start chatting and it was just we vibed. I don't know if you ever met somebody you just automatically vibe with.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So um, vibe with her. We went outside and started talking, and I was like, "All right, let's go hang out." So we went to go hang out, and she's like, "Yo, can you film me?" And I was like, "All right, sure, no problem."
Right.
So she's walking down the street. And I'm like, "All right, just filming," and then she just goes up to the guy, random guy, and just starts kissing him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "The fuck are you doing with the camera in my hand?" Still, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
"All right, white people are bold as shit."
Yeah. Yeah.
So she did that shit
Crazy.
and she did
Crazy.
a couple other times and
Yeah.
yeah, it was something that I didn't know. I liked the fact that she was I guess at that point I was kind of pissed at Japan. So
Katie is just one of those people. And again, I don't want to devolve. Well, I mean, we talked about it. She's been on twice. She's been traumatized by what happened to her, early on there at school and the tornado and everything, Joplin, Missouri. And
yeah,
I think
that was
she
really fucked
doesn't.
up.
If you watch, again, you can go back and watch them. She grabs life by the balls and just doesn't give a shit. She does whatever the fuck she wants, however she
Yeah,
wants.
but that can be to your own detriment a lot of
No,
times
I
as
know, I
well,
know,
right?
I know.
Right. We know as we get older, those things,
Yeah,
like you were rocking and having a good time, but then to your own detriment later on, your health might
yeah,
suffer, right?
right. Well,
So those you got to
we'll
think
try
about
and
that
keep her.
shit.
We'll try and keep her on the track.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. Like, a
Yeah,
lot of times she'll come by and visit, and I'm like, all right, so let's organize your life.
yeah.
And that's when you organize your life, you start off with the shit that's closest to you,
Right,
and
right.
then which is your suitcase. So wash your fucking socks. Let's those things smell like you remember like back in the day when you
Yeah,
shouldn't
no, I
like
know.
like you don't wash your socks and they smell like Cheetos after a
Oh,
while.
Jesus Christ.
Like that old
I
ass
know.
Cheeto
Katie's gonna
smell.
hate me.
Yeah,
Katie's
so I'm
gonna hate
like,
me.
yo, get the fuck out of here. So I'm like, baby girl, let's do this shit.
Let's watch some stuff.
Yeah,
Well, my
so
friend, we're gonna run out of time, and I don't want to run out of time without you telling everybody what you got going on or what you need. I think you pretty much already said. You're just
yeah,
chilling for now. You're gonna get back on to doing comedy soon.
I'm gonna be out in I'm gonna be out in some I'm out here in San Francisco.
Okay.
So if you really want to see more of my comedy, come check me out. Like just Ask San Jose. San Jose, what are you guys doing with Mac? Is he gonna come out there and do some shows?
Okay.
I'm going out to Sacramento this today, later on after this.
I'm gonna
I'll
put
be
I'm gonna
outside.
put the links to your Facebook and your Instagram and anything I can do to help you.
Yes, sir.
You get a
Definitely.
YouTube channel going, I'll do whatever I can to help you
I
there
got
as
it.
well.
I got a YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's Max Viral Thoughts. Both are Max Viral
We'll
Thoughts on
we'll we'll
IG.
we'll get it going.
YouTube.
Anything I can do to help, I'm gonna help you.
All right.
You know
Thank you,
what
man. I
time
really
it is,
appreciate it.
right?
What time is it? My comedy minute time.
Let me introduce you. Your comedy minute, Mac. Go ahead.
Um, a lot of people don't understand that in China they say the word nigga a lot, like all the time. And what you don't understand is that it means like this or like that. So they'll say nigga, 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 but they use it like black people. It's like, nigga, look at that fucking car. Nigga, look at this right here. And so they use it like black people. So I tell them all the time, I'm like, it's okay, but just don't look at me when you do it. You know what I mean? So one day I'm sitting inside a KFC and I'm ordering food in China. And it looks like a KFC, but it's like a Chinese dude out in front.
Right.
So I'm ordering food and this lady behind me, she's like, nigga, 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 nigga. And I turn around, I'm like, who the fuck you talking to, old lady? And she's like, not you, nigga. And I'm like, okay, cool. So got my chicken. It's it's difficult, like being an American, especially coming back to America and seeing that things are so fucked up. Like I haven't really been back in America for about a year, and the first thing I saw was fat mannequins, and all I could think is like we have way too much like time on our hands, and I don't know what's wrong with America nowadays. I really don't.
Fat
You know,
mannequins.